Hello everyone, myself Tai Ede working as a lecturer in Institute of Pharmaceutical Science and Research for Girls. Today I will discuss about the posology. First, I will discuss introduction of posology. Posology derived from the Greek words poso means how much and logos means science. Posology is a branch of medical science which deals with dose or quantity of drugs which can be administered to a patient to get the desired pharmacological actions. The dose of a drug cannot be fixed rigidly because various factors are responsible, that is age, sex, severity of the disease, etc. Then the official doses in pharmacopoeia represent the average range of a quantity suitable for adults which is administered orally within 24 hours. When other routes of administration are followed, the relevant appropriate dose is given. In short, posology means poso meaning how much and logos meaning is science. Then the dose of the drug cannot be fixed rigidly because there are so many factors which influence the doses. These factors are age, conditions of the patient's route of administrations, then formulation used, severity of doses, drug interaction, rate of elimination, etc. Then I will discuss factors influencing the doses. First one is age, then sex, body weight, route of administration, time of administration, environmental factors, emotional factors, then presence of disease, accumulations, additives, effects, then synergism, then antagonism, then idiosyncrasy, then tolerance, tachyphylaxis, then metabolic disturbance. I will discuss one by one. First factor is age. The pharmacokinetics of many drugs changes with age. Newborn infants means pediatric are abnormally sensitive to certain drugs because of the immature states of their hepatic and renal function, by which drugs are inactivated and eliminated from the body. Failure to detoxify and eliminate drugs result in their accumulation in the tissues to a toxic level. Whereas elderly patients are more sensitive to some drugs effects. For example, hypnotics, which may produce confusion state in them. In age, the pharmacokinetics of many drugs changes with age. Children and old people need lesser amount of drugs than the normal adult doses because they are unable to excrete the drugs that extent as an adult. Children can tolerate relatively large amount of belladonna digitalis ethanol, whereas elderly patients are more sensitive to same drugs effects. Example, hypnotics and tranquilizers, which may produce confusion state in them. Next factor is sex. Women do not always respond to the action of a drug in the same manner as it done in men. Special care should be taken when drugs are administered during menstruation, pregnancy, and lactation. The strong purgative, for example, aloes, should be avoided during menstruations. Similarly, the drugs which may stimulate the uterine smooth muscles, for example, drastic purgative antimalarial drugs, ergot alkaloids, are contract indicated during pregnancy. Alcohol, barbiturates, narcotic drugs acts on fetus through placenta during lactation. Morphine, then tetracycline, avoided because its effects on babies means in sex, women do not always respond to the action of the drugs in the same manner as it is done in men. Morphine and barbiturates may produce more excitement before sedation in women. Special care should be taken when drugs are administered during menstruation, pregnancy, and lactations. The strong purgatives such as aloes should be avoided during menstruations. The drugs which may stimulate the uterine smooth muscles, example drastic purgative antimalarial drugs, ergot alkaloids, are contraindicated during pregnancy. There are certain drugs which may, on administration to the mother, are capable of crossing the placenta and affecting the fetus. Example, alcohol, barbiturate, narcotics and non-narcotics, analgesic, etc. During lactation, the drugs like antihistamine, morphine and tetracycline, which are excreted in milk, should be avoided. Then next one is body weight. The average dose is mentioned either in terms of milligram per kg body weight. Another technique used as total single for an adult weighing between 50 to 100 kg. However, the doses expressed in this fashion may not apply in case of obese patients, children, and malnourished patients. It should be calculated according to the body weight. Means the average weight is mentioned either in terms of mg per kg body weight or as a total single dose for an adult weighing between 50 to 100 kg. The dose should be calculated according to the body weight. Then next one is route of administrations. Factor influencing dose. Next is route of administration. Intravenous dosage of drugs are usually smaller than the oral doses because intravenous route. This might enhance the chances of a drug's toxicity. The effectiveness of drug formulation is generally controlled by the route of administrations. Intravenous doses of a drug are usually smaller than the oral route because the drugs administered intravenously enter the bloodstream directly. Due to this route of action is quick with intravenous route. Next one is time of administration. The presence of a food in the stomach delay the absorption of a drug and rapidly absorbs from the empty stomach, but it does not mean that much effective when taken during or after meal. Iron, arsenic, and cod liver oil should be given after meal, and antacid drugs taken before meal. Means the presence of food in the stomach delays the absorption of drugs. The drugs are more rapidly absorbed from the empty stomach, so the amount of drugs which is very effective when taken before a meal and may not be that much effective when taken during or after meal. The irritating drugs are better tolerated if administered after meals. Example, iron, arsenic, and cod liver oil should always be given after meal. Then next one is environmental factors. In this, the personality and behavior of a physician may influence the effect of a drugs, especially the drugs which are intended for use in a psychosomatic disorders. The females are more emotional than male and require less dose of certain drugs. Inert dosage forms called placebos, which resemble the actual medicament in the physical properties, are known to produce therapeutic benefit in disease like angina pectoris. Then bronchial asthma means daylight is stimulated, enhancing the effect of stimulating drugs like diminishing the effect of hypnotics. Parkinson is a sedative. Hypnotics are more effective at night. The amount of barbiturates required to produce sleep during daytime is much higher than the dose required to produce sleep at night. Alcohol is better tolerated in cold environments than in summer. Next one, factors influencing dose. Presence of a disease. Drugs like barbiturate, chlorpromazine may produce usually prolonged effect in a patient having liver cirrhosis, such as streptomycin produce toxic effect on these patients. Their kidney functions is not working properly because streptomycin excreted through kidney. It means drugs like barbiturates and chlorpromazine may produce prolonged effect in patients having liver cirrhosis. Streptomycin is excreted mainly by kidney, may produce toxicity if the kidney of the patient is not working properly. During fever, a patient can tolerate high dose of antipyretics than the normal persons. Next one is accumulations. Some drugs produces the toxic effect if it is repeatedly administered for long time. For example, digitalis, imetin, heavy metals. Because these are drugs excreted slowly, this occurs due to accumulative effect of the drugs. It means the drugs which are slowly excreted may build up a high concentration in the body and produce toxic symptoms if it is repeatedly administered for a long time. For example, digitalis, imetin, heavy metals. This occurs due to accumulative effect of drugs. Next one is additive effects. When two or more drugs administered together is equivalent to sum of their individual pharmacological actions, the phenomena is called as additive effects. Example: ephedrine, aminophylline in the treatment of bronchial asthma. It means when the total pharmacological effect of two or more drugs administered together is equivalent to sum of their individual pharmacological action, the phenomena is called as additive effects. Next one is synergism. When desired therapeutic result needed is difficult to achieve with single drugs, at that time two or more drugs are used in the combination for increasing their action. This phenomenon is called synergism. For example, procaine and adrenaline combination increase the duration of action of procaine. It means when two or more drugs are used in the combination from their action is increased, the phenomena is called as synergism. Synergism is very useful when it is difficult to achieve therapeutic effect with a single drug. Next one is antagonism. When the action of drugs is opposed by the other drugs on the same physiological system is known as drug antagonism. The use of antagonistic response to drugs is valuable in the treatment of poisoning. For example, milk of magnesia is given in acid poisoning, where alkaline effect of milk of magnesia neutralize the effect of acid poisoning. When adrenaline and acetylcholine are given together, they neutralize the effect of each other due to antagonism, because adrenaline is vasoconstrictor and acetylcholine is vasodilator. Antagonism means when the action of the one drug is opposed by the other drugs on the same physiological system is known as antagonism. The use of antagonistic response to drugs is useful in the treatment of poisoning. Then next one is idiosyncrasies. In this, idiosyncrasy is also called as allergy, an extraordinary response to a drug which is different from its characteristic pharmacological action is called as allergy. For example, small quantity of aspirin may cause gastric hemorrhage. Then the example, some persons are sensitive to penicillin sulfonamides because they produce severe toxic effect. Next one is tolerance. When an usually large dose of drugs is required to elicit an effect ordinarily produced by the normal therapeutic dose of the drugs, the phenomenon is called as tolerance. For example, smoker can tolerate nicotine. Alcoholic can tolerate large quantity of alcohol. The drugs tolerance is of two types: true tolerance, which is produced by oral parenteral administration of the drugs. Next one is pseudo tolerance, which is produced only to the oral route of administration. Thanks for watching my video.